Stuff for these guys. 15-lap race. And these guys were fast. They were on lap record pace when we went practice qualifying early yesterday morning. We'll keep an eye on that one there. We've got Dale Finch on pole, Rogan Chandler, Seth Devereaux, Avalon Biddle, and that's your front row superstars here in our Super Sport 600 class. We've got a good start from Rogan Chandler, good start as well on the NZSBK Finance Kawasaki. This one's going to be all on as they go down and fly into turn one. I think it's the bright yellow machine. Looks like Avalon Biddle's going to get into turn one ahead of Dale Finch. We've got action and plenty. Zach Fuller's got a good start as well, so he's up into third place. This is all on here. Rogan Chandler, after getting a pretty good jump, has managed to make a hard work of himself, but he's got a good dive up there on Icon corner. Good move, Rogan Chandler. Gets up to fourth place, but at the moment, Dale Finch going to have a look up the inside of Avalon Biddle, not quite close enough there. We've got 15 laps here, so no point doing anything too brave in turn number 3. Avalon Biddle, this is going to be pretty good. She now lives in the Canterbury area, formerly from Auckland, and now she is flying here on the number 50. 50 years of MTF Finance for 2021. And that's part of the reason Av's got the 50 on board. She's a former 600 Supersport champion from a couple of seasons ago. And last year, I'll tell you, if it wasn't for bad luck, she would have had no luck at all. She only finished 3 of the 9 races last year in the Supersport 600 campaign. So this is going to feel pretty good. She's out there in the lead at the moment. Dale Finch putting on a lot of pressure, though, in second place on the Scott Structural Triumph. Great to have Dale here. Really one of the hot shots and odds on. One of the favourites to win this title. Rogan Chandler will be hoping he can make quick work of the field. We've got a good start from Zach Fuller. He's sitting there in about third place. Then go back to Rogan. We've got Seth Devereaux on the beautiful MV Augusta, thanks to the Helicraft race team. Just a beautiful presentation all around for the third through Nick Kane, Tarbell Walker, Hamish Fox, Jacob Pearson, Luca Dooney. Ready to get out top 10. We've got 10 runners out on track. 14 laps to go. This is brilliant. And we've got a new race leader. Dale Finch has gone up the inside of turn 1, so it didn't take him long. He is absolutely flying. He won race 1 dominant fashion, and now picking up where he left off there. So flying at the moment. Dale Finch leads. Avalon Biddle then go to Zach Fuller. Rogan Chandler there in 4th place. Rogan up the inside of Zach, though. Has he got the brakes done? I think that's a good move. Well done to Rogan Chandler. He's got that move done. So up into 3rd place already. So he's not mucking around either. He knows that if Dale Finch gets away with this one, he's going to be very hard to reel in. So Rogan Chandler with work to do. And also Seth Devereaux now pulling on some pressure there. So this top 5 red hot at the moment, and any one of these guys can win this race, but it's at the moment with Dale Finch on the Scott Structural Triumph, former New Zealand Speedway champion. He's just the man on 2 wheels and flying at the moment. Av certainly not let him get away though, so look at this one here with open eyes into the Southern Salvage S as we go. Good stuff from Rogan Chandler. Didn't get a good start. He was buried in about 7th place, and he's just piled on the moves, and now we're up into 3rd place, and this is going to be good. Zach Fuller on the Team Rees Honda. He's doing a good job. 4th place. Seth Devereaux. He's done quite a few laps around Ruapuna and loving that MV Augusta. Sounds absolutely beautiful, that machine. And with the Helicraft racing team in behind him. The man who now lives in Cromwell. I never thought I'd ever introduce Seth Devereaux living anywhere else in Tapanui, but now living in Cromwell. So big shout out to on the number 11 machine. 5th place at the moment with Nick Kane, Tarbell Walker, 6th and 7th. Hamish Fox, good job on his first year on a 600. 8th place, we've got Jacob Pearce and Luca Dooney ready to go to the top 10. And this one here flying at the moment. Dale Finch leads Avalon Biddle and then go back to Rogan Chandler. So the front 3 sort of just sneaking off in the distance. Zach Fuller, good job in 4th place, ahead of Seth Devereaux. But there we go, Rogan Chandler already having a look up the inside of Av, and I think another good move into the left hand. He loves that corner. Did the job on Zach Fuller a lap ago, and now just set that up beautifully. So Rogan Chandler, the man on a mission on the Blue Crew Yamaha. We've already seen his teammate Al Hoogie win race 2 of the Superbikes for this weekend, their first race of the day. So this one here shaping up pretty good here at the moment. So Dale Finch leads on the Scott Structural Triumph out of the Casino Carousel, and then go back now to Rogan Chandler. So we saw these guys have some great battles in the Suzuki International Series. This one's going to be no different. So at the moment, the gap was just on 0.8 of a second when they crossed the line last time around, but I think that's already looks a bit less than that on track. Rogan Chandler, keep an eye on this one here. We've still got a massive 13 laps to go. 600 Supersport Racing. Thanks to Dynaworks. Shout out to Ruddy and the team. Truly world-class dyno tuning. Look at dynoworkstuning@gmail.com or dynoworks.co.nz and ask for Ruddy. he's got some parts and accessories there as well, so he does full engine rebuilds, performance upgrades, tyres, parts and accessories, motorcycle tuning, all around nice guy. So Dino Works bringing us the 600 Super Sport action.
Well, with Dale Fitch out in front, I want to do a shout out to Seth Wright, already Park Speedway hitting the New Zealand Solo Speedway Grand Prix last night. Congratulations to Bradley Wilson, the 5 times winner of that title. He's becoming the new legend of Speedway in the country, so a shout out. Of course, we'll be there for the Birtman Road Challenge, just literally 5 weeks away. Quickly with us here in the box at the moment, we've got Mitch Reeves, fresh from his 2-2 performance through those 2 races. And Mitch, congratulations. Our quick points update give you at least 11, if not 12 points that you've got for some consistency there. But first one is, what happened to Bro?
Yeah, had the same issues I had at Wanganui and in practice yesterday. Unfortunately, camshaft sensor, we've had 3 of them go now, which is a little bit of a worry, but lucky we've got spares, so yeah, we should be good and locked and loaded. I mean, I've been lucky enough that mine has won races, but hey, it's just a minor thing, it's not really a big deal. Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Right, we'll go back to Brad and we'll come back to Mitch for another chat later on, Brad, because this is super exciting. Great out in front, well done. 600 Super Sport brought to us by Dynoworks. #1 tuning extraordinaire, Mr. Andrew Rudd out of Ashburton. Let's go racing.
Yeah, this one here is on 1:31.9, so just 0.8 of a second off lap record pace, so this is going to be good. Dale Finch leads Rogan Chandler by 1.5 seconds when they cross the line. Last time around, they're about to cross now and start lap number 3 with 11 to go. Rogan Chandler still desperate to try and get on the back once he lets Dale Finch run away with this one. He was just on about 2 tenths slower that lap around than Dale Finch. Dale Finch sneaks out to a 1:31.8 that lap around, a 1.7 advantage. So Dale Finch just slowly turning the screws. It is a long race. We've still got 11 laps to go. But already advantage Dale Finch. Rogan Chandler, after that shocker start, up into second place and doing a great job there. Avalon Biddle. Pretty happy with her pace on the backup bike this weekend. Just couldn't find anything going well with the other bike, so put that other bike on. Down a few horsepower on her normal race bike, but she's doing a great job. Former 600 Super Sport champion. They're in 3rd place, and the new kid on the block, Zach Fuller, on that Team Rees Honda 5-blade 600. Brilliant job from him. Come alive at the streets of Wanganui. It was so cool to see him take a win around the cemetery circuit. And now here he is, top 4 racing at Super Sport 600, the Nationals. We've got Seth Devereaux. He's quite an experienced campaigner, and now on the MV Augusta of Hallicraft Racing. He's in 5th place. Nick Kane, Tarvin Walker, Hamish Fox, Jacob Pearce and Luca Durning. That's our top 10 here in this one here, but still a long way to go. 10 and a bit laps to go. Dale Finch still leading Rogan Chandler, but this one here is all on.
Well, certainly to finish first, you've got to finish, and that's what Mitch has been able to do with those 2 second placings. How good's the racing been out there, though, Mitch?
Yeah, it's bloody awesome. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, hey, not ideal in the bad start, but yeah, it was pretty fun picking away from the pack, and it would be nice to be close to the the track's awesome. I'm enjoying myself. That's the main thing. Fit and strong. Obviously, had no bike issues, which has been great. Yes, I started a little different than I did last year. You know, I DNF'd the first 2 races, and now I've been on the podium twice, so I'm pretty stoked with that.
Right, so consistency, what's now your mission? Can you win that last one, the Grand Prix?
Oh, we're going to give it a try. If I can get a better start, I think I can be there within the fight. Ideally, if I'm leading, you know, sort of control the race. So I like to do that. But if not, you know, just try and sit behind and see what we can do. Sort of 5 laps.
Well done indeed. Back to Brad, who's updating our Dynoworks 600.
Yeah, Dale Finch just went red hot. He's gone a 1:31.3, so he's 0.2 of a second now off lap record pace, and absolutely flying. He's got that out to a 2.4 second advantage, so making a bit of a statement here in the early stage of the championship. He won yesterday by a couple of seconds. He's already got that lead at the moment. Rogan Chandler. Rogan openly said he does not like the South Island stretch. He just wants to come away with some championship points to be in the hunt. Once we go to the North Island, he will show his true colours. So this one here, very dynamic championship at the moment. You got the local man from Christchurch out in front at the moment, the man from Upper Hutt in 2nd place, and just can't wait to get back to the North Island. So good job for 2nd place. Avalon Biddle still there in 3rd place with Zach Fuller. Not too far off that battle for the podium, so we'll keep an eye on that one there because there's less than a second in that on the track. We'll go back to 5th place, which is Seth Devereaux on the Hallicraft Racing MV Augusta. And then we update Nick Kane, good local man here on the 33 Motorcycle Centre Triumph Daytona. He's in 6th place with Tarvin Walker, Hamish Fox, Fox. Then go back to another local man, Jacob Pearce on the Trevor Pearce Yamaha. They're in 9th place. And then go to Luca Durning on the NZSBK bar. We've got a bit of a trouble with Nick Kane, but unfortunate stuff there from Nick Kane. So this one here rages on. We've still got the update, Dale Finch. He wasn't any quicker last time around, but he's still in the 1:31. So super fast, super consistent lap times. And he's got that out to 3.1 seconds. So definitely the advantage to Dale Finch at the moment. Rogan Chandler, just no answer at the moment, but solid second place. He's got 2.6 second get back to Av. So pretty comfy in second place. And Av's got a handful with the new teenage sensation, Zach Fuller. He has started off in the Gixxer Cup. He went to Pro Twin Racing and really put him on the map last year. Top 3 results, including a few impressive race wins in Pro Twin Racing in his debut season. Now up to the big Supersport 600 racing and top 4 performance at the moment. So this is cool. And Seth Devereaux not out of touch with that battle as well. He's only 1.2 seconds back from Zach. So keep an eye on him. He's still in the hunt for the podium. He'll get better and better as the race goes on. So this one here, still 9 laps to go. Dale Finch ahead of Rogan Chandler out in the front.
Right back with Mitch Rees here in an update. Mitch, we've been here in the rain, we've been here in the wind, we've had the sun, and we've had 30 degrees, just rubber melting kind of heat. How was the track today?
Yeah, track's awesome. Conditions are perfect. A bit overcast, not too hot, not too sunny. So the track was pretty good at the end of the last one. We're serving our tyres to 15, 16 laps is a long time with the same set of tyres, especially around here. So yeah, it's definitely good conditions.
Right, you say before you had a bad start. What's your definition of bad start? Is that timing? Is that clutch? Is that gear selection? What is it that's a bad start, and what do you got to do to rectify it?
To be honest, just practice. Obviously, me and David wasn't riding, so I got the A bike from the Suzuki series. And yeah, just the clutch, and it's different to the other one. The other one I feel like releases really nicely and can get a good start with it, even though the bikes are identical. It feels like this one I'm sort of dumping it. So just try something clean. I've sort of tried 3 different techniques now, and neither of them have really worked that well. So we'll give it a crack with another one and the last one, and we'll see how that gets on.
Thanks, Mitch. Awesome for you to join us here today. All the best going for that race and have that lead. And Superbike could be the man to win it overall. Back to our Dynoworks 600 Supersport, Brad.
Yeah, the update is Dale Finch was 4 tenths quicker again, so gets that advantage at the 3.5 seconds, 3.5 seconds the gap, and that is quite convincing. These guys were inseparable at the Suzuki International Series. We come to Dale's home track, and he is on fire at the moment. So the Scott Structural Triumph team, brilliant stuff, and unfortunate for Ashton Hughes, who's normally one of the racers in the Scott Structural team. He had an accident here in about October and has a bad elbow injury, but great to have him swinging spanners for Dale and giving him some tips and advice. He was an absolute godsend to Dale in the North Island, where he's very competitive in the Suzuki International Series. Come to Ruapuna and look at Dale Finch go. He's absolutely flying. He's at 4 seconds in front now, so a 1:31.8. That's about the 6th lap in a row in the 1:31. So just absolutely flying. Rogan Chandler now 4 seconds back. He's got 3.8 seconds ahead of Avalon Biddle. So that gap there continues to sneak out a little bit as well. In that battle for the podium, still with Av at the moment, but Zach Fuller all within a second, so keep an eye on that one there. Zach Fuller certainly going to be fit enough. He does a lot of off-road cross-country motocrossing as well, so he'll be coming alive here. These guys have only got about 3 or 4 races after this one, and then they back it up and go for a 16-lap Grand Prix time later on today, so I can't wait for that one there. We've got still 9 out on track. Got Dale Finch, Rogan Chandler, Avalon Bill, that's your top 3 at the moment, but Zach Fuller right there in 4th place. Seth Devereaux, go back to Tarbin Walker, Hamish Fox, and then Jacob Pearce, with Luca Durning in 9th place and Nick Kane, the one unfortunate mechanical failure down the front straight. So hopefully everything's okay with Nick Kane, and we can get that machine back ready for the Grand Prix. So Nick Kane, a very accomplished rider at race wins in multiple different classes at New Zealand road racing level, so hopefully he can get back going again. Let's have a look at this one here. Dale Finch goes down the front straight, and yet another lap in the 1:31, so this is super consistent and just legendary performance. He's now got that gap out to 4.8 seconds. He took 8 tenths out of Rogan that time around, and he's just in a groove at the moment. He's riding at another level, flying at the moment. Av's still there, but he got that gap out to 1.8 now ahead of Zach, so Av on the MTF Finance Kawasaki. She is doing a wonderful job, and was just a bit concerned about what sort of pace she'd have went out yesterday, had the pace, got on the podium, and just settled the butterflies at ease on the spare bike too. So not happy with their race bike on the Friday, went to the spare bike, it's down a few horsepower on the race bike, and was surprised in herself how much pace she got out of it. So brilliant stuff, and cool to have Av out there in the top three at the moment. So third yesterday, running in third at the moment, Zach Fuller. Sitting there in fourth place on the Team Rees Honda, so brilliant stuff from him. And then Seth Devereaux just can't quite keep in touch there. He's in fifth place on the MV Augusta for helicopter racing.
All right, I want to talk about our man in seventh place, Hamish Fox. 2 years ago, he hadn't even heard about what a slick tyre was, so he's done a fantastic job in a very short time, thanks to Vistalite Central Racing Team out of Taupo, and they've been able to get him on a bike, and here he is now. In fact, he's purchased one of the ex-John Ross winning 600cc Suzuki GSXRs, so well done to him. He's had to learn about putting it together, and he's got a new race team behind him, so shout out there for Hamish. Great to see him on board, courtesy of Top Spec Engineering, MBF Projects, Rock Gas North, along with JBS Poultry, Terence Howard and Son Limited, RST Pirelli, and Spartan Chains. And also, of course, the man that he's racing with there is Tarvin Walker on the 70 World Ryan, Kawasaki New Zealand, Kawasaki ZXR. He's got a little bit of pink and green, so he's a commentator's dream to pick up out of the we'd love to talk about everybody in the field because they all deserve the credit, so all going well. But there's a couple of young guns. Remembering, of course, Tarvin Walker literally 2 years ago was only in Jixers as a first-timer in our sport. So shout out to the Wanganui man living at home with his grandparents. So great to have him with us, Tarvin and Hamish, two of our younger guns as far as 600s are concerned, Brad. And when those guys are running 6 and 7 in the Dynamic 600 class, that's no disgrace. That's a top performance.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Brilliant stuff. And these guys are North Island base as well, so they'll get to even better as we head into this championship. We go to Levels International Raceway in a week's time for round 2 of the New Zealand Superbike Championship, so that's going to be brilliant. We always get some great hammer and tongs racing. We're in that beautiful circuit. And then the 6th and 7th of March, we're at a legendary event called the Moto Fest at Hampton Downs. That's not to be missed for all race fans. You've got to get there and check that one out. And then after that, we go to Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park for the 4th and final round of NZSBK. So great to have a New Zealand Superbike Championship. Trying times for all involved in the industry and running the sport. So this is really, really cool that we can go racing. We've got this high-flying Dynaworks Supersport 600 racing at the moment. It is still Dale Finch's down to a 5-second advantage. It's absolutely a dream result at the moment for him. He's got 4 laps to go on the Scott Structural Triumph. And absolutely flying. So Access Man Group, Dynaworks, RT Electrical, Big Book Farms, Blacks Fasters and Hughes Motors, all behind Dale Finch in his campaign to keep on his winning ways. He won here yesterday. He's in first place comfortably at the moment. He keeps taking more and more time. So a good smart ride from Rogan. Knows he doesn't have to push it. He's openly said to me this morning that just wants to get out of the South Island with a handful of points, and then we reload. He was dominant last year at Hampton Downs. He won all 3 races, including the New Zealand TT title, so he can't wait to head north again. So doing a good job, 2nd place. Avalon Biddle, now living in the Canterbury area. She's an awesome job in 3rd place, and she's got a decent advantage now. So 3rd place, looking pretty secure for Av on her bright yellow MTF Finance Kawasaki.
Right, shout out to Jared Love, one of our co-commentators with Turbo Sound, and particularly debuting this year with some great work for the team at Cemetery Circuit. Thanks, Jared, for all your great work. And Jared's got a good mate in the late Daniel McLaughlin, and Daniel looked after him, hosted him when Jared was down here last year, and unfortunately Daniel lost his battle with cancer. He'd had it for a number of years, as you know, that plague, on again, off again, and finally got him. One of the all-round nice guys, superb guy to support the sport, and ran a great business and loved the sport. A former salesman at BMW, and worked in bike shops and many parts of his working life. So neat to have him memorised with this one. So Jared's given his trophy from 1997, and it goes to the all-round good bloke and or woman for that matter. So we're looking for nominations amongst the pits, amongst the riders. Could be a mechanic that's worked through the night to get a bike going. It could be somebody that's made a trip because the bike needed a partner, driven from somewhere else. Lots of different reasons. It doesn't matter whether it's a rider on the track or a worker or a supporter off the track. So it's effectively the Good Bloke Award that will be awarded at prize given tonight. We've got lots of nominations and hope to hear more. So thanks, Jared, for giving back. But in memory, part of our fun hour of motorcyclists and remembering Daniel McLaughlin this weekend. By the way, Daniel's birthday would have been have his birthday this coming week. So shout out for Daniel. Never forgotten, Daniel.
Yeah, so talking to the Love Machine, and that's his first ever Grand Prix title he got. So that's the 1997 Formula 3 Grand Prix title trophy that he got, and so how cool is that? And giving out to one of the good buggers doesn't have to be on the track, could be in the pits as well. So that's going to be cool. Thank you very much for that. And pretty cool. We'll give you the update now. 6.1 seconds the advantage. Dale Finch is now down into the 132s, but still well in command. 3 laps to go on this one here. The Scott Structural Triumph hasn't missed a beat so far. We've got Rogan Chandler, Brew Crew Yamaha. He is still there in second place, 3.9 seconds ahead of third place, which is the number 50 MTF Finance Kawasaki's Avalon Biddle with Aussie Performance, and a lot of good help there. Really the poster of New Zealand road racing. She's such an awesome character. Former 600 Supersport champion. She's a former World Cup winner. She's won a 125cc title a few years ago, and that was really cool to follow that journey. So a pretty experienced campaigner. Now living in the Canterbury area, so one of the hometown favourites. With some help from Carl Cox Motorsport and Johnny Speed Shop. Shout out to Johnny. Swinging Spanners down there. She's got Pirelli, RST and Modal Oils on board with her as well. Getting this campaign well underway across the line in third place at the moment. So Zach Fuller still in there in fourth place on the Team Rees Honda. So awesome stuff from Zach. His first campaign in 600 Supersport racing, and we mentioned Jared Love before. That's Jared's bike, he's riding there as well, so a shout out to everyone involved getting Zach out there on the 600 Supersport campaign with Tony Rees Motorcycles, Honda New Zealand, Race Supplies and Modal Oils, many good sponsors like Kiwi Rider Magazine. Shout out to Veg, who's backed this young man right from the start. So this one here, in the final 2 laps, it's Dale Finch in cruise control at the moment. He's got a 6.6 second advantage. One of the more dominant displays we've seen in 600 Supersport racing this year. Rogan Chandler, Avalon Biddle, Zach Fuller. We go back to Seth Devereaux. Shout out to Seth from Cromwell. I don't know how long it's going to take before that sinks in. Seth Devereaux from Cromwell. Doesn't sound right, does it? It just doesn't roll off the tongue. Yeah, so Seth Devereaux on the MV Augusta, beautiful sounding machine, beautiful looking machine, and awesome to have Rod and the team from Helicraft Racing. A 2-rider team there as well, so cool aspect there. Also Rod on the board at Motorcycle New Zealand. We talk about our board members out on the track, but Rod, a very accomplished rider, and he is on the board as well. And head mechanic at the Helicraft Racing team is man Seth, doing a good job. 5th place as the white flag comes out. We've got Dale Finch starting his final lap, and still in those mid-132, so just absolutely fine at the moment. He's now got a 6.9 second advantage, but Rogan Chandler, pretty smart ride. He's just got into a groove, knows he's got that second place pretty handy, and he's just been doing a good job there. Avalon Biddle ahead of Zach Fuller, so that one there looks like our podium's almost set. It'd take a mistake from one of those top 3 riders to shake that up. Then we go back to Seth Devereaux. We spoke about Seth. He's in 5th place. Tarbin Walker ahead of Hamish Fox. Jacob Pearce and Luca Durning, the 9 runners, still out on track. And these 15-lap races, these guys will be really feeling it. It's quite warm out there. A little bit of cloud cover, but she's certainly a frantic pace these guys are running. And interesting to see these guys. They have a couple of races left before they go back out again for a 16-lapper. So add another lap onto this, and they've got 16 laps coming up in probably about an hour and a half's time. So these guys are really going to be feeling it after that. Dale Finch heads into the Southern Salvage S's for the 15th time in this race here. The number 17 machine, Scott Structural Triumph, is just absolutely on rails today. And big thank you to Access Man, Dynaworks, RT Electrical, all the sponsors behind this team here. We normally have 2 of them out on track, but Ashton Hughes recovering from a crash here in October. Still a big part of the sport, and mechanicking, and I would say probably team manager from the vibe I get down in the pits there. So a big shout out to Ashton down there. The checkered flag is out, and it's going to be a win in race number 2 of the 600 Supersports for Dale Finch in the Dynaworks sponsored class. We go back to Rogan Chandler, who's going to get some more valuable points and get 2nd place there. Avalon Biddle, a good job there from Av. That's a good 3rd place. Back-to-back podiums for Av. Then we go back to Zach Fuller. Some more quality points for him. 4th place for Zach. And then listening to that beautiful sounding 3-cylinder machine. It's a Triumph. It is a MV Augusta 675 3-cylinder machine there. In 5th place for Seth Devereaux. We're looking out for a great little battle there with Tarbin Walker and Hamish Fox. They've had a great battle the whole race. And Hamish Fox just getting better and better every time he gets out on the racetrack too. The first campaign for him on a 600, he was in the 300 Supersport class last year, and already turning some heads in this one here. So here it is with Tarbin Walker's going to get home in 6th place ahead of Hamish Fox in 7th. And then out on track we've got Jacob Pearce and Luca Durning, 2 young guns in the sport. 600 Supersport Racing to Dynaworks. Cheers to Ruddy and the team there. World-class dynos down in Ash, Vegas. And that one there's a win for Dale Finch. He's a 1:31.344, so 3/10 off lap record pace. But in a 15-lap race, you weren't able to really push those tyres, so that's really, really good pace from him. We go back to Rogan Chandler. Avalon Biddle, what a cool podium. And all shaping up very, very nicely for a cool Supersport 600 championship. We'll go have our Supersport 300s, then we're going to have a bit of a lunch break. We've also got, after the lunch break there, we've got our demonstration with the young guns out on the track. It's so cool to see the future of the sport, young kids getting out on racetracks. And then after the lunch break, we go full noise into our New Zealand Grand Prix title. So we'll cross down to Neil, who's going to have our DynoWorks Supersport 600 podium. It's Dale Finch on top with Rogan Chandler in second, and then go back to Avalon Biddle rounding it out in third place.
Well, taking a note of our sponsors of this event, huge appreciation to Tony and Vicky Brown from Underground Brown, your boring specialist, and of course blacktop sealing as well. Fantastic to have the side company with its name on board as well. So thank you to Tony and Vicky. Your support for this club for the event is fantastic. Underground Brown, yes, they are boring, and they're boring underground all through Canterbury and around this great region. Also thanks to Mac Media, signage solution specialist. Great to see their work involved with Motorcycling New Zealand. Proud to be advancing our sport of motorcycling, and along with Pirelli and Aon and Sky Sport Next. And a reminder to tell all your friends about it. In fact, if you can't make it next weekend, make yourself available on a computer and you can watch the whole thing unfold. And for the rounds in the North Island as well, through places like Hampton Downs and the Mike Pero Motor Fest, and also to Taupo and Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park. They will be awesome venues that you can watch this action and watch it live. Also, encouragement to make sure you can put on your phone. So, for example, you can go to MXT on the day. That's MX Timing or mxt.co.nz. You can click on the live timing and you can watch the actual races on the palm of your phone as well. Plenty of options of which you can view our great sport. Here we are with a repeat podium of yesterday, and Ev, it doesn't get any easier.
It sure doesn't. That is really hard work out there. I honestly don't know how those superbike guys do it, because the Pirelli tyres have a lot of life in them, but in this heat, after 10 laps, they slide around a lot. So, yeah, I was feeling a bit worried, and Zach was putting heaps of pressure on me. Brake him was really hard work. Managed to do it and grab that podium pace.
All right, indeed. Hey, from yesterday today, what's the track like in comparison? It feels like it's a little bit warmer. Does that make it for you personally better or worse?
Yeah, probably good for me. I've been training pretty hard, and I have to say shout out to my training partner, Tanya. It's her birthday today. It's Jake's mum, so happy birthday, Tanya. Thanks for training hard with me this winter, and thanks, Jake, for taking me motocross riding. I had to beg him a bit, but it pays off when it's slippery out there, so thanks to them and thanks to my team for an awesome job this weekend. Couldn't do it without you guys.
All right, a lot of other ladies involved in our sport do a little bit on smaller bikes, but you just seem to love that 600. You've taken the MTF bike to a championship as well. What's so special about the bike you ride?
I think we've bonded pretty well. I've ridden the same bike for a few seasons now, and this is what I'm riding today is actually the bike I rode about 4 years ago. So we've had a lot of bonding time together, and it's working perfectly. So yeah, thanks to Kawasaki, MTF and everyone for their support.
Beautiful words. Nice to have her on board with us. Thanks, Av. Great to see Rogan. Here he was coming into racing, that sort of air of doubt about how he was going to perform. That guy's just gone and bolted on you. But man, you've still got to work and hold these others out, Rogan.
Yeah, it doesn't help when I get a start like that and back in like 6th place or something, but made a few hard passes at the start, and yeah, I don't really have much for Dale this weekend. You know, he's riding insanely well, so I sort of, if I could just bank some points this weekend and move on to a track where I'm better, like Timaru and the North Island ones, I'll be pretty happy. So yeah, just keep it on 2 wheels this weekend and we'll be sweet.
Right, indeed, that's what seems to be everybody's thoughts, because we've seen the inconsistency of riders here at this track, but by all accounts from everybody, the conditions seem to be a bit better than the other average years when it potentially has either been too hot or too cold. It's just right this year.
Yeah, like the track's all right grip-wise. It's way bumpier than I remember. Like just coming here 3 months ago, it's pretty brutal, so it's pretty hard on the body. So the next race will be hard, but I think, yeah, the next one's going to be all about tyre life and, you know, attrition of the body, but we'll see.
Well done. All right, thank you indeed, Rogan. Here we are now to update, and we'll go on this side. So here's Dale doing the family duties. Dale, you're just making it look too easy. Can you slow down and give these others a chance?
Oh yeah, I'm just having fun out there. It's just, I'm so lucky to have a great team behind me, and we've worked really hard for this, and we're working really well, Kane and Ashton in the pits, so I just get to relax and focus on the lines. Robert Taylor's been helping me with my Nitron suspension, and we've got it working really well. I'd just like to take the opportunity to thank all my sponsors: Scott Structural, AOT Electric, Access Man, Hughes Motors, Big Bush Farms, Black's Fasteners, Dino Works, RST, Blair Prid, EBC and Pirelli. Thanks a lot. It's really helped this season so far.
Well done, and we'll wrap our sponsors because we love them as well. Pirelli along with Aon, and of course SkysportNext coming at you loud, proud. This is NZSBK. We're racing in New Zealand. Hope you're enjoying it around the world. Bring it on.